Welcome back. Here we had some technical difficulties. We'll talk about what you missed here in just a second as Joe Amati is at the dish for the Firebirds. Nick Phillips hit a grand slam. I believe, if Matt can confirm me on this, the first part of the stream will still be up, though. Okay, so if you want to go back and watch how we got to the grand slam, you can do that. Once again, part 2, as Amati is up to the plate. Then Nick Phillips at the home run. Hunter Finlay just scorched a double to left center field. So there are 2 outs, and it's a 1-0 count to 1-2 count, my bad, to Joe Amati. It's a 5-1 lead for the Firebirds, and the pitch is swung on and hit to the second baseman, who will make the catch and put it away for Roman Catholic. Firebirds do score 5 times in the inning, but it ends with a line out to Chernowski. We head to the top of the second. It's a 5-1 Firebirds lead. Stay tuned for much more action. Welcome back. Here, David Szymanski with you as we head to the top of the second inning. It's a 5-1 lead for the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. It's a good lead for the Firebirds. Grand slam by Nick Phillips in the bottom of the first to help the Firebirds get that 4-run lead now. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the visiting Roman Catholic Cahillites. It will be Gabe Roseley, followed by Angelo Roseley, and then Dalton will be the 8-hole hitter. Due up here in the top of the second inning. Matt Long continues to do the pitching for the Firebirds. Gave up 1 run. That was in his first inning of work. Long faces Gabe Roseley, and Roseley swings at the first pitch but fouls it away. It's 0-1. Roman Catholic coming into this game with a record of 1-3. Holy Ghost Prep coming into this game with a record of 2-2. And the pitch from Long is in there for a strike. It's 0-2 to Roseley, the shortstop for Roman. No balls, 2 strikes the count. And Long comes set, and his pitch is swung on and hit in the air, but it will go foul, and it remains 0-2. Roman did have bullpen action up last inning. We'll see if they get somebody warmed up here shortly again. Looks like catcher. We'll see, though, if he does warm up. There's a ball on the inside half of the plate. It's 1-2 to Gabe Roseley, 6-hole hitter for Roman Catholic. 5-1 lead for the Firebirds here in the top of the second. And some technical difficulties cut the stream in half back in the first, but this part will be uploaded after the game. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and hit on the ground over to shortstop. Jack McDermott, after a rough hop, is up with it, and he'll put it away to get Gabe Roseley in time. Score the putout 6-3, and that will bring up Gabe's brother, Angelo Roseley, the left fielder for Roman Catholic. We've seen a lot of brothers on teams recently. I believe that the last team, Chichester, also had a duo of brothers. Angelo steps in once again from the right side. Long now steps off the rubber. 1 out here in the top of the second. Long comes set, and his pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike the count. Long comes set, and his next pitch to Angelo Roseley is hitting the air out to right field. Amati goes back, he looks up, and it will fall in front of the tarp fence. Angelo heads for second, he's thinking 3. The throw gets to Jack McDermott, and the throw to Tyler McCord is in time, got him! What a relay by the Firebirds as Nick Amati throws a dart to Jack McDermott, who throws another dart to Tyler McCord in time to get Angelo Roseley. And it will be a double for Roseley, but Matt Long will go back to pitching from the windup because he's thrown out at third. Looked like he had third pretty easily there, but a good throw in there by the Firebirds to beat Roseley way in time. 2 outs. And that pitch is swung on, hit in the air out to center field. Aiden Robbins says he's got it, and he'll put it away. So Dalton swings at the first pitch and lines out to Robbins to end the inning. So 3 batters come to the plate in this half of the second for Roman. They do get a double, but being thrown out at third was Angelo Roseley. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. It's a 5-1 lead for your Firebirds. Well, welcome back here as we head to the bottom of the second. David Shapansky with you here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. Game between the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds and the visiting Roman Catholic Cahillites. Bottom of the second action coming up, 5-1 lead for the Firebirds. New pitcher for Roman will be number 24, Junior James Davis. Davis will go to work once again against not once again for the first time, but coming up once again is the top of the order for the Firebirds, Isaac Acosta. We'll lead it off. Isaac batted in the bottom of the first, and he walked on a 5-pitch walk. That was against Colin Myers. And the first pitch that Davis delivers is hit in the air out to the shortstop. Calling for it is Gabe Roseley, and he'll put it away. So Acosta swings at the first pitch and pops it up to the shortstop, Gabe Roseley. So there's 1 away, and that will bring up Tyler McCord, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. As I was saying there, Roman's starter today, Colin Myers, goes 1 inning, strikes out 2 Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds, but walks 3, gives up 3 hits, including the big home run, the grand slam by Nick Phillips. Gave up 5 runs in total. All 5 of those runs are earned. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to Tyler McCord, who once again struck out in his first at-bat. That was against Myers, so I'm sure he's happy to see the new pitcher. And there's another ball, it's 2-0. Myers, not exactly the tallest of pitchers. 2 balls and no strikes, the count. Oh, sorry, not Myers, it's Davis. And that pitch just misses, it's 3-0. To Tyler. The wind is blowing a lot of stuff around here under the tent. The pitch to McCord is outside, ball 4. So Tyler McCord is on base with a walk. That'll bring up Jack McDermott, who is 0 for 0 today with a walk in his first plate appearance. McDermott did come around to score on that grand slam. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. And the pitch from Davis is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. 5-1 lead for the Firebirds here in the bottom of the second inning. Firebirds come into this one 2-2. They've averaged 8 runs per game as this offense already scoring 5 here against Roman, who comes into the game 1-3. McCord goes to second. The throw down to Roseley is not in time, so McCord swipes second base even on the pickoff by Davis. Roman Catholic has allowed 31 runs this season. In their first 4 games, they've only scored 18. It's a big part of why they are 1-3, 0-2 away from home. They are 1-1 at home. Their only win came against Devon Prep. That was a 3-2 victory. Davis comes set here against McDermott. McDermott hits one on the ground over to first. Stafford is up with it, and he'll tag the bag himself. So score the putout 3 unassisted as McDermott goes down there, but does advance the cause as McCord does head over to third. But there are 2 outs for the Firebirds here in the bottom of the second. That will bring up Reese Accord, the cleanup hitter, who's 1 for 1 today with the single. Davis comes set in his pitch to Reese. Is a little bit outside. It's 1-0. Roman Catholic is, well, I talked about earlier about how Holy Ghost has averaged 8 runs per game. According to Max Preps, Roman has averaged just over 4. There's the ball in the dirt. It's 2-0. Nick Phillips, who hit that grand slam, which unfortunately is not on footage, he's now 3 for 3 in his last 5 plate appearances, including 2 walks, with now 7 RBIs. And the pitch to Reese Accord is swung on and hit in the air out to center field. Going back, looking up, and that baby is gone. Home run crushed by Reese Accord. No, not Reese Hoskins. Reese Accord hits the solo home run. It's the second home run of the day for the Firebirds, and they'll take a 6-1 lead. The center fielder, Koya, I think knew when that ball was hit, that one was not coming back. It's a 2-run home run, my bad. As McCord scores from third, he got home so quickly. That Reese Accord hits the 2-run home run for the Firebirds, and it's now a 7-1 lead. We've seen a lot of home runs go out to that part of the yard. A little bit outside, it's 1-0 to Aiden Robbins. Robbins in his first plate appearance walked. That was against Myers. 1 ball and no strikes, the count. And the pitch is in the dirt. It's 2-0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Holy Ghost has a 7-1 lead over Roman Catholic. Firebirds trying to get their 3rd win of the season. The 2-0 pitch is swung on but fouled off. It's 2-1. Firebirds batted around in the first inning and have already sent 4 batters up to the plate here in the second with 2 outs. 7-1 lead for the Firebirds. And the pitch to Robbins is swung on and fouled off. This one towards the gym, and it hits off the roof. And looks like that may stay on the roof. Oh, it fell down. And we'll roll to the cars. Davis comes set, going to work here against Aiden Robbins. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss for Robbins, so he goes down swinging. So Davis does give up the 2 runs in the inning, but no more damage than that. 2 runs on the big home run by Reese Accord. No runners left, no errors, and just 1 hit. It was the home run by Reese Accord. As we head to the top of the third, it's a 7-1 lead for the Firebirds. They're cruising here early against Roman Catholic. Welcome back here as we head to the top of the third inning. Be 9-1 and 2 due up for Roman Catholic. Stafford, Chernaski, and Myers. Well, Myers was the pitcher, so I would imagine that James Davis will come in and do the hitting. We'll see if he does stay in for his third inning of work. I've lost my pen here under the tent. Should be able to find it somewhere here, and we do. Matt Long goes back out to work for his third inning against Stafford, the first baseman. It's not the football quarterback, I promise. It's the first baseman for Roman, and the pitch from Long. Not sure if that was called a ball or strike. It looked a little high, and indeed it was. It's 1-0. Holy Ghost Prep leads 7-1. It's upstairs. It's 2-0. Or apparently, that might have been called a strike. It was a strike. It was called a swing. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to the 9-hole hitter Stafford. And there's a strike. It's 1-2. 7-1 lead for the Firebirds. Big 2 home runs. One by Nick Phillips. That was a grand slam. And the other one by the Firebirds was hit by Reese Accord. That was a 2-run shot. There was a ball in the dirt. It's 2-2. Again, 9-1-2 due up for Roman. Stafford, the 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Tied him up there, did Matt Long, and that is the first strikeout of the day for Matt. And it comes courtesy of Stafford, who goes down swinging. Matt did strike out 6 batters in his last game against Germantown. I'll bring up Zane Chernaski. Zane today is 1 for 1 with a single in his first at-bat to lead off the game for Roman. There's a strike. It's 0-1. Roman did score their only run of the game back in the first. It was an RBI single from Eckelmeyer. And the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-1. Chernaski held his swing back. Again, this is the second half of, well, really mainly the second 3 quarters of the broadcast. The first inning and plus the pregame show is saved already for part 1. A little bit upstairs. It's 2 balls and a strike to Zane Chernaski with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. The pitch is fouled off the foot of Chernaski, and that one has to hurt as he jumps around in the batter's box. So Finlay will take his time coming out to give Chernaski a little bit of time to walk it off. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, I believe, will be the pitcher, James Davis. We'll see, though, if they decide to take him out or not. Davis did pitch the bottom of the 2nd. Gave up the 2-run home run to Reese Accord, but that was the only damage in the inning that he surrendered. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Chernaski is about to dig back in here after fouling one off of his foot. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Long from the windup, and his 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, sets him down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Matt Long as Chernaski goes down swinging for the 2nd out of the inning. And that will bring up James Davis. Myers, who batted in the 1st. Again, this is now Davis due to the change of pitchers, but Myers did walk in his first at-bat against Matt Long. James Davis now up here for his first at-bat against Matt. There's a strike. It's 0-1. Matt trying to strike out the side here in the top of the 3rd and set Roman down 1-2-3. No balls, 1 strike the count, and the pitch. Outside, it's 1-1. Roman coming into this game with a record of 1-3. They are still winless on the road. Their 1 win came against Devon Prep at home back on April 8th. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and hit on the ground over to short. Jack McDermott is up with it and makes a beautiful throw in time to get Davis. Score the putout 6-3, so no runs, no hits, no errors. Of course, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's a 7-1 lead for the Firebirds. Welcome back here as we head to the bottom of the third inning. 7-1 lead for the Firebirds. David Spansky with you here on the first base side of things on this cold Friday afternoon. Just a reminder, check out the first part of today's game for the pregame show, along with the first inning or so of today's game between Roman Catholic and Holy Ghost. We had some internet problems, but we will post part 2 as soon as the game is finished. So check out both parts as the Firebirds are 2-2. Roman comes into this one 1-3. Roman trails 7-1 here in the bottom of the third. Tomorrow's game, which will be between Holy Ghost Prep and Father Judge, will not be streamed here on the YouTube channel. Instead, we'll have lacrosse. That game will start, I believe, at 12:15. Holy Ghost Lacrosse taking on Council Rock North. And that will be right here on the YouTube channel at 12:15. Again, so no Holy Ghost Prep baseball tomorrow in terms of the live stream, but they will play Father Judge. And on the next game, after Saturday's game, they'll go away for a little bit. The next baseball game after Saturday for Holy Ghost will not be until Tuesday. Well, actually not too far away, I should say. That'll be against Devon Prep, and we'll recap the Father Judge game right here for you. Tuesday's game against Devon Prep starts at 4 p.m. First pitch delivered to Matthew Goldenbaum is in there for a strike, 0-1. Goldenbaum is 0 for 1 today. He struck out in his first plate appearance against Colin Myers. James Davis goes out for his second inning of work. Gave up the 2-run home run to Reese Accord in the bottom of the second. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count. Davis comes set, and his pitch to Goldenbaum is in there for a strike. Good off-speed pitch, looked like, and it's 1-2 to Goldenbaum. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count. Davis comes set, and his 1-2 is a big swing and a miss by Goldenbaum. So he's fallen victim of the strikeout now 2 times today, both swinging. That will bring up not Hunter Finley. He's due up after Nick Phillips, who's the batter for the Firebirds. Phillips, big grand slam back in the bottom of the first inning. There's a ball. It's 1-0, a little bit outside. Phillips, grand slam out to left field. Stayed fair, down towards pretty much straightaway left field. And the 1-0 pitch is popped up. Second base side, Chernowski, now Stafford calls off the second baseman and drops it. Heading for second, the throw is in time to get Phillips. So Phillips was a little bit greedy after Stafford drops the pop-up. And there's 2 outs. So it will be an E3 as Phillips did reach first base as Stafford dropped that ball. But is thrown out at second is Phillips. So there's 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the third inning. 7-1 lead for the Firebirds. Here's Hunter Finley. He doubled in his first at-bat. He takes the first pitch from Davis in the dirt. It's 1-0. Finlay's double was scorched left center field. That was back in the bottom of the first as the Firebirds batted around and scored 5 of their 7 runs in that inning. The pitch is hit in the air, out to center field. Going back at the track, at the wall, and making the catch in time to put it away is Koya. So Koya makes the F8 catch. No runs, no hits, 1 error made by Stafford. We head to the top of the fourth, quick third inning there. 7-1, Firebirds lead. Welcome back here as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Firebirds lead this one 7-1. David Spansky with you here on the first base side. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for Roman Catholic. Koya, Eckelmeyer, and Tarpley. They'll go to work against Matt Long, who starts his 4th inning of work. Again, this is part 2 of the game. The pregame show and part 1 will be uploaded. It's probably already uploaded by the time that this game is going on. Part 2 will be uploaded after the game. The Firebirds win this game. Stay tuned for an interview along with the post-game show, which will be about 5 or 10 minutes after this one wraps itself up. So Koya will step in here to face Long as we begin the top of the 4th. Koya today is 0 for 1. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play back in the top of the 1st inning. Roman comes into this game scoring about 4.5 runs per game according to Max Preps. They are 1-3 this season. They've lost to Father Judge, Newman Goretti, and LaSalle. Their only win came against Devon Prep on April 8th. That ball's hit in the air out to center field, hit pretty well. Going back is Phillips, who the left fielder will now make the catch and put it away. So good play there by Nick Phillips, who hit the grand slam and now makes a pretty good catch in left center field to retire Koya. That ball was blown by the wind. Looked like that ball was heading out towards center, Robbins. But putting it away was Phillips in the end for 1 away here in the 4th. They'll bring up Eckelmeyer. Eckelmeyer in his first plate appearance singled. He's 1 for 1 against Matt Long. Roman has 3 hits so far on the day against Matt. First pitch is low and inside. It's 1-0 to Eckelmeyer, the right fielder for Roman. 7-1 lead for the Firebirds, with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. It's in there for a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-1. Firebirds 7 runs, mainly scored by 2 home runs, a grand slam by Nick Phillips, and a 2-run shot by Reese Accord. Ball is fouled back. It's 1-2 to the cleanup hitter for the Kaolites, Eckelmeyer. Matt Long doing a pretty good job. Went 5 solid innings against Germantown. Already threw 3 1/3, and the pitch is swung on and hit in the air towards left field, and that will drop in for a base hit. So good line drive single there by the cleanup hitter Eckelmeyer, and he's 2 for 2 with 2 singles against Matt Long. They'll now bring up the catcher Tarpley. Tarpley today is 0 for 1 with a ground out to the shortstop Jack McDermott. That came back in the top of the 1st inning. Matt Long comes set, and his pitch is fouled back to the screen. It's 0-1 as the wind picks up a little bit here. Game time temperature was at 49. We are not any warmer than that. In fact, we went down a degree last time I checked. 48 degrees, about 20-mile-per-hour wind gusts blowing in from the northeast. It's a cold and windy one today. The ball is a 1 strike with 1 out, and the pitch is low. It's 1-1. Throw back behind the runner. Eckelmeyer is not in time. Good idea there by Hunter Finlay, but just a little bit late. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. 7-1 lead for the Firebirds as Roman tries to inch their way back into this game. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and the pitch from Matt is a big swing and a miss. It's 1-2 to Tarpley. Holy Ghost coming into this one 2-2. They are 2-1 at home. The next game that we'll have for you here will be on Tuesday against Devon Prep. Firebirds do play tomorrow against Father Judge at 12 o'clock. That game will not be shown here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Instead, lacrosse against Council Rock North will be shown. Don't miss that action. They'll start at 12:15. Hit on the ground, fair ball down the left field line past Tyler McCord. Eckelmeyer is heading for 3rd. The throw in from Phillips is not in time. So there is a stand-up double for Tarpley, who will now put 2 runners in scoring position here in the 4th against Matt Long with 1 out. So now Matt Long will have to work out of a little bit of trouble here in the top of the 4th. That's the 5th hit of the day that he's allowed. He'll be a courtesy runner for the catcher Tarpley, as number 12, Tommy Rippert, the junior outfielder, will head out. So Roman threatening here in the 4th against Matt Long. Gabe Roseley is now the batter. And the first pitch that Long delivers is upstairs. It's 1-0. Gabe Roseley today is 0 for 1 with a ground out to Jack McDermott in his first at-bat. Gabe Roseley led off the top of the second. Now here in the top of the fourth with runners on second and third. 7-1 lead for the Firebirds. And the 1-0 pitch is right to Matthew Goldenbaum, who catches it and tags second in time for the double play. So Matthew Goldenbaum with a great catch on a line drive hit by Roseley. Hit on a line, but it was caught in time by Goldenbaum to also get the runner. Tarpley, who thought that might get up the middle. No runs on 2 hits. 1 man left here in the fourth as we head to the bottom of the fourth. 7-1 lead for the Firebirds as they're cruising early against the Cahillites. Welcome back here as we head to the bottom of the fourth. David Schmansky with you here along the first base line on the Holy Ghost Prep campus for a game between Roman Catholic and the home Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. Firebirds lead this one 7-1. They've had it all their way against Roman Catholic so far. A grand slam by Nick Phillips back in the first and a 2-run shot by Reese Accord. And the Firebirds also scored another run in there to make it 7-1 as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. James Davis will remain in here and pitch against the Firebirds. Davis has so far thrown 2 innings. He's only given up 2 runs. That was the 2-run shot courtesy of Reese Accord. Roman Catholic has allowed 31 runs on the season coming into this one. That's now up to 38. A lot of them off of the starter, which was Colin Myers for Roman. Davis will go to work and he'll deliver a strike to Joe Amati, the 9-hole hitter for the Firebirds. Amati today is 0 for 1 with a line out to the second baseman. A lot of line out to the second baseman. Matthew Goldenbaum made a phenomenal play to end the top of the fourth inning, which was a double play after he caught a pretty well hit ball by Gabe Roseley, and that took away the threat from Roman Catholic. In their half of the fourth, Amati's down in the count 0-2 against Davis. He swings, and the second baseman is talking about line out to the second baseman there. There's another one as Ternowski puts it away here in the bottom of the fourth. So 2 lineouts, both to the second baseman Ternowski to start the day for Amati. He's now 0 for 2, and that will turn it back over to the top of the lineup for the Firebirds for Isaac Acosta. There's a bunt down the third base line. Davis is up with it, not in time. Isaac Acosta showing the wheels. A little bit of small ball. Base hit there for Acosta. So Acosta bunting to get on board. James Davis was in a little bit of a roll there before that bunt single there by Acosta. Here's Tyler McCord. McCord today is 0 for 1 with a strikeout on a walk. He swings and hits one in the air. Deep to center field. Koya goes back. He looks up and reaches out to make the catch. Heading back to first base is Acosta. He was not tagging up on that. That ball was hit to the deepest part of the yard as Koya puts it away. Good swing there by McCord, but nonetheless, it goes down as an F8. 2 outs here in the fourth. Firebirds offense has averaged 8.5 runs per game coming in this one, according to Max Preps. Firebirds now, with their 7 runs today, have scored 39 runs in their first, 4.5 games technically. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Firebirds lead this one 7-1 as here's Jack McDermott. Jack today is 0 for 1 with the ground out to the first baseman Stafford. Davis throws back. It was a weird pickoff attempt there as Acosta heads back. McDermott also walked in his first plate appearance. McDermott has now batted in all 3 innings. We're in the fourth. McDermott has not. My bad. And the pitch, that ball swung on, hit in the air, deep to center field. Koya goes back, he's racing, and that ball will hop over the fence. McDermott had that happen to him last game as well. Not a home run, but another good swing. Back-to-back beautiful swings by McCord and McDermott. McCord's was caught by Koya. This one was not exactly able to be reeled in. So there'll be a stand-up double for Jack McDermott. Jack has been an extra base machine as of lately. That'll bring up Reese Accord, who was 2 for 2 today with a single and a 2-run home run. Accord swings and hits one in the air again to center field. Koya is turned around and he leaps but can't get it. Hits off the tarp fence. McDermott and Acosta are in to score, and it's another 2 RBI double for Reese Accord, who now makes this a 9-1 lead for the Firebirds. And now Accord is just a triple shy of the cycle, as he's hit a single, a home run, and a double in this one. 9-1 lead for the Firebirds. That's the 4th run allowed by James Davis. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, here's Aiden Robbins, the center fielder. And the pitch is swung on and popped up towards our way. First base side, over to give it a look is Stafford. It comes back at the last second, but actually goes on the other side of the fence, closest towards our broadcast 10 here down the first base line. Robbins today is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Bottom of the 4th action here. Firebirds putting up their 9th run of the day. Firebirds usually like to score in innings 4 to 6. That's where they've done their most damage. But so far today, they've liked to score early against Roman, taking advantage of Colin Myers and James Davis. Stepping off is Davis, and he'll give Accord a look. Robbins trying to get that runner in from second with 2 outs. And the pitch from Davis is a floater that falls for a ball. It's 1-1. Roman came into this one 1-3. Firebirds come into this one 2-2, trying to get their 3rd win of the year. So far, Firebirds have had it all their way. Another pitch that's fouled back towards the gym, and this one I believe will stay on the roof, as it's 1-2. Davis has been jamming Aiden Robbins here in this at-bat so far. Robbins down in the count, 1-2. Over at second is Reese Accord, who is just a triple side of the cycle. He just hit a 2-run double to give the Firebirds a 9-1 lead. Davis comes set from the stretch, and will step off. The throw back to the shortstop. Roseley is not in time. And it remains a 1-ball, 2-strike count. 9-1 lead for the Firebirds here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch is swung on and hit in the air. Out to center field. Koya comes sprinting in. This may drop. Koya, though, says he has it. He loses his hat, but makes the play in time. So F8 as Robbins flies out to his center field counterpart in Koya. We played 4 innings. Firebirds score another 2 runs in that inning in the bottom half of the 4th. We head to the top of the 5th. 9-1 lead for the Firebirds. Welcome back here as we head to the top of the 5th inning of action between Roman Catholic and Holy Ghost. Firebirds lead this one 9-1. David Chapansky with you here on the first base side. Again, go back and watch part 1 if you haven't already of the game that showed the pregame show along with the first inning or 2. And the rest of the game shown here in part 2. We had some internet difficulties. Firebirds' next game will be tomorrow against Father Judge. That game will not be shown right here on the channel. Instead, the next game that was shown on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel will be on Tuesday against Devon Prep. That game begins at 4 p.m. We'll have the coverage for you. Pre-game show probably starting somewhere like we did today around 3:50, 3:55. Matt Long will go to work to start his 5th inning of work. His last game against Germantown, he went 5 innings, but he thrown more pitches in that game than he has so far in this one against Roman. He'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Kaolites. It'll be Angelo Roseley, Dalton, and Stafford. And we have a little bit of a delay here. Not quite sure what that delay is. We'll find out what it is maybe for you. Looks like they were just waiting on the batter. They're here in the top of the 5th inning, 9-1 lead for the Firebirds. Long now is ready to face Roseley. Roseley today is 1 for 1 with a double. He was thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple. Roseley takes the first pitch a little bit low and inside. It's 1-0. Cold Friday afternoon in the high 40s. Feels like the low 40s. Wind gusts at about 20 miles per hour. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and hit on the ground over to short. Jack McDermott fields it on a hop and throws it over to first a little bit low, but it's in time. Good play by Jack. Good pick there. Somewhat of a pick by Reese Accord. And there's 1 out. Score the putout 6-3, so Roseley is out for the first time today. That'll bring up Dalton, the third baseman. He lined out in his first at bat to the center fielder, Aiden Robbins. First pitch from Matt Long to Dalton is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Long comes set, and the 0-1 pitch. A little bit upstairs. It's 1-1. Holy Ghost has a 9-1 lead here against Roman Catholic. Roman Catholic comes into this game 1-3 with their only win coming on April the 8th against Devon Prep. There was a 3-2 game. They were able to win that one. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. With 1 out here in the top of the 5th, Long comes set, and his pitch is fouled back to the screen. So Long, once again, similar to his Germantown start, gave up a run early. Gave up 2 last time against Germantown. There was only 2 runs he gave up throughout his 5 innings of work. He gave up 1 today, and so far has shut down Roman the next 3 1/3. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Comes set, and the pitch to Dalton is fouled back. This remains 2-2. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you like what you see, we'll be streaming lacrosse games, baseball, of course, and other academic and entertainment events that happen on campus. And the 2-2 pitch just misses high and outside. It's 3-2. Matt wanted that pitch, but didn't get it. Long comes set, and his pitch is in there. Called strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Matt Long as he'll retire the 8-hole hitter Dalton. And there's 2 outs here in the 5th. So Matt has settled into a role here so far, as that will bring up Matthew Stafford. Stafford today is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Long comes set, and the first pitch is in there for a strike on the inside corner. Well, was called the ball. Thought he said a strike, but apparently the scoreboard operator here says it's a ball. A little bit difficult to see with the fence in our way. And that's also called a ball. It's 2-0. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Roman Catholic and Holy Ghost squaring up here. Firebirds so far have packed the bigger punch as they lead 9-1. There's a big swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt by Stafford. And it's 1-2, I believe. The pitch from Long is a big swing and a miss. And now it is 2-2. Apparently, one of those pitches there was called another ball. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on base for the Kaolites. The 9-hole hitter Stafford is at the dish. Long comes set, trying to get his 2nd K of the inning. Swing and a miss. Matt Long sets him down. So back-to-back strikeouts for Matt. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base for Roman. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's a 9-1 lead for the Firebirds. Welcome back here as we get ready to begin the bottom of the 5th inning. 9-1 lead for the Firebirds. It will be 6, 7, and 8 due up for Holy Ghost. It'll be Golden Bomb, Phillips, who hit the grand slam, and Finlay. Firebirds scored pretty often so far in this one. They average 8 runs per game. They've scored 9 so far against Roman. There is a new pitcher in the game for Roman Catholic, so James Davis is done after going 3. The new pitcher, my computer has malfunctioned on me, so therefore I'm not exactly sure who the pitcher is, but I'll try to find out for you in 1 second. 9-1 lead for the Firebirds. Welcome back here as Golden Bomb is about to step into the dish here. And trying to get you a name on the pitcher for Roman. See if I could do that. It is number 10, I could tell you that. It's a righty, and it is Julian Grandielli. Grandielli, who's the pitcher for Roman. He'll go to work here. Ball's hit on the ground over to third. And it goes foul. It's 0-1. New first baseman is also in the game for Roman Catholic. And that is Rio, number 28. Rio Teak. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Golden Bomb looks at a ball in the dirt. It is 1-1. So Roman making a handful of changes as they trail 9-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Golden Bomb today is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss there again by Golden Bomb. Seems like they're just overpowering right now. His swing is a little bit late. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Holy Ghost comes into this one 2-2. Trying to get their 3rd win of the year and to get their 3rd win at home. The pitch to Golden Bomb. Big swing and a miss. Went to the off-speed hook, and Golden Bomb was way out in front as he swings at a pitch in the dirt. First out here in the bottom of the 5th comes via the swinging strikeout by Golden Bomb, who now has the hat trick. Not the hat trick you want, though. Hockey, you want the hat trick. Baseball, you don't want the hat trick of 3 strikeouts. Here's Nick Phillips, who's 1 for 2 today. Phillips today hit a grand slam back in the 1st. And he leads in the count 1-0 against the pitcher Grandielli. And the 1-0 pitch is a little bit upstairs. It's 2-0. Two balls and no strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. The next pitch is a big swing and a miss. It's 2-1. So Grandielli has something on that off-speed pitch or whatever he's throwing. Getting Firebirds hitters out in front. Got Golden Bomb and now Phillips. The 2-1 pitch is in the dirt. Good eye by Nick. It's 3-1. One thing to keep in mind is although Roman trails 9-1, Roman has done most of their scoring in the late innings. In inning 6, according to Max Preps, they have put up 2.9 runs, and that is averaged through their first 4 games. So in their total averages throughout that 6th inning, they scored almost 3 runs in the 6th, which is a lot considering it is an average. There was a walk for Nick Phillips, who is on board with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you see content that you like and want to continue to support the Firebirds. We'll have lacrosse games, of course, baseball games, and other academic and athletic events. The pitch from Grandielli is chopped in front of the plate. Coming off the mound is the pitcher, but the 3rd baseman will end up making the play. Score the putout 5-3 as Doughton makes the play for the 2nd out. So Finlay goes down 5-3. It does advance Phillips into a runner in scoring position for Joe Amati with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Amati today is 0 for 2 with 2 lineouts to the second baseman, Churanowski. 9-1 lead for the Firebirds here in the bottom of the 5th. Granrielli comes set. And the pitch to Joe Amati is fouled. It's 0-1. The wind has died down just a little bit here, which is nice because it's freezing cold out here. It's not a April afternoon. I'll tell you, not a mid-April afternoon. It's not early April anymore either. Now into the 16th of April. No balls, 1 strike to count. And the pitch is outside. It's 1-1. Next game for the Firebirds will be tomorrow against Father Judge. That game will begin at 12 o'clock. That game will not be shown here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Instead, at 12:15, we'll have Holy Ghost Prep Lacrosse taking on Council Rock North Lacrosse. I witnessed my first lacrosse game the other day after doing baseball, hockey, basketball, and etc. But I enjoyed it. It was fun, and I'll be on the announcing crew or the commentating crew maybe tomorrow, but I think the next game for lacrosse I'll be on the announcing crew. That ball's popped up third base side and will go foul as it's now 2-2 with 2 outs to Joe Amati with a runner on second. Council Rock North, from what I hear, is pretty good in lacrosse, so it will be a competitive game tomorrow. Firebirds, I believe, are 1-2, Firebirds lacrosse. As that pitch is taken outside, it's now full count, 3-2 to Amati. Running to third as the ball gets past the pitcher, Granrielli, is Phillips. So Phillips takes advantage of the miscue by Tarpley and will head down to third. So again, the lacrosse game will begin at 12:15 tomorrow. It should be a little bit of a warmer day tomorrow. Heard that the sun is supposed to be out, which is nice. Granrielli, and apparently timeout was called. Thought that might have been a balk, but Granrielli stopped there. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count to Joe Amati, who's 0 for 2 today. Going to try to get in that 10th run of the day. And the pitch is fouled back to the screen, so it remains 3-2. Good battle here between the new pitcher Granrielli and Amati. Roman again comes into this one 1-3. Firebirds come into this one 2-2. Firebirds won their last game against Chichester, the 3-2. And now they have Phillips in a rundown. The throw is safe. Dropping the ball at the plate was, I believe, the pitcher. And the Firebirds put a little bit of a sneak play on there. As coming down the line from third was Phillips, so he'll score to make it a 10-1 game. Heading to second is Amati. So Roman gets nobody out on the play, so there will remain 2 outs. It's a good trick play there. Phillips read that play down the line. The catcher Tarpley wasn't exactly paying attention, and Grandelli did not exactly get off the mound in time. Here's Isaac Acosta, who takes the first pitch low. Stealing third is Amati, and he'll be there standing. So 10-1 game here in the 5th. I believe if this run scores, it is a mercy rule. We'll see, though, if that's the case. Bottom of the 5th. 1-0 count. And now time is called as Granrielli steps off the mound. Firebirds' last game was against Chichester. They won that one 17-7. Roman's last game was a loss against Father Judge, 9-6. 1 ball, no strike to count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-0 is fouled back to the screen. It's 1-1. Isaac Acosta today is 1 for 2 with a base hit, a pop-up, and a walk. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The runner on third is Joe Amati with decent speed. 10-1 lead for the Firebirds. The 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Granrielli is in the dirt. Blocked there by Tarpley, and it's now 2-1. Don't forget, once again, to like and subscribe to the stream. This is part 2. We had some internet issues, but part 1 will show the first inning or 2 along with the pregame show. Stay tuned for a postgame show, and if the Firebirds, this score does hold on, we'll have a postgame interview for you as well with the player of the game. So in the dirt, it's 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th, 10-1 lead for the Firebirds. Isaac Acosta at the dish. against the righty Grandrielli. Runner on third is the 10-run lead, and the 3-1 is swing and a miss by Acosta, and it's now full. It's 3-2. On deck for the Firebirds is Tyler McCord. McCord's 0 for 2 today. Isaac Acosta, though, at the dish, trying to score this runner from third. The runner is Amati, and the 3-2 is swung on and hit in the air out to center field. Koya now turns around. He says he has it and will make the catch in time. So Acosta hits it on a line, but flies out to end the fifth. So the Firebirds do score a run in the inning as they now make it 10-1. We head to the top of the sixth. Stay tuned for more. So welcome back here as Matt Long goes back out for his sixth inning of work. David Shapansky with you here. Firebirds lead this one 10-1 over Roman Catholic Kaolites. Matt Long so far on the season has pitched 10 innings, giving up a combined 3 runs so far, and all 3 of those runs have been in the first inning. So if Matt just didn't pitch the first inning of each of the 2 games, this one against Roman and the previous one against Germantown, have a 0.00 ERA. He's pitched well once again here against Roman. Roman's offense usually scores about 4.5 runs per game according to Max Preps. They're at 1 here today. 10-1 lead for the Firebirds as we get started in the top of the sixth. Be the top of the lineup, 1, 2, and 3 due up for Roman. Chernowski will lead it off. Zane today is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Again, stay tuned for the post-game show, and if the score holds up, we'll have an interview for you. And the pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground, over to the shortstop, Jack McDermott, who boots it off his cleat. And by the way, Chernowski did not bat there. Instead, batting for Chernowski, it was hard to see, was the left-handed batter. Let's see if I could pull it up here. It was number 4 for Roman. So he's aboard with an error on Jack McDermott. Not exactly sure that is, but it is Crispo. It is Crispo. In fact, did say it on the back of their jersey. Roman has the black solid on the chest, the purple arm. There's a throwback. So Long has to deal with the base runner here in the top of the sixth. E6 against Jack McDermott. A very rare error by Jack. The pitch from Long is swung on and chopped out in front of the plate. Tyler McCord rushes it. They're going to see if it goes foul, and it was a foul ball. So Tyler plays that smart, waits for it to go foul. Grandrielli, who pitched last inning, is doing the batting for Roman, with nobody out here in the top of the sixth. 10-1 lead for the Firebirds. David Shapansky with you here on the first base line. We do have some buses going by, so if you hear some background noise, we do apologize for that. Firebirds do a bullpen action. There are 2 guys warming up, 1 lefty and 1 righty for the Firebirds. 1 out here. Long comes set, and his pitch to Grandrielli is hit on the ground over to short. McDermott will try to redeem himself. He fields the hop, throws it on to second in time, but not in time to get the runner at first. So Grandrielli will hit into a fielder's choice. So there are now 1 out. There is now 1 out. As that will bring up Koya, the 3-0 hitter for Roman Catholic. Koya today is 0 for 2. He hit into a ground out double play in his first at bat and flied out to the left fielder Phillips in his last at bat. 1 out here in the top of the sixth so far. 5 1/3 of great innings from Matt Long. And that ball's in the dirt. It's 1-0. Maybe his arm might be starting to get a little bit tired here, as there is bullpen action for the Firebirds. I know that Nick Henn is available today, but it is a lefty, but it's not Nick Henn. See that Nick has a sweatshirt on down near the bullpen And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Koya. 10-1 lead for the Firebirds. Matt Long on the mound. Pitching to Giancarlo Koya, the center fielder. And the pitch is hit in the air. Deep to left field. Phillips now is turned around. He goes back and cannot get it. Reaches up and hits off the wall. Going for third is Grandrielli. He'll be in there sliding and safely. So Grandrielli, we save at third. That's a 1-out double for Giancarlo Koya. And that will now bring up the cleanup hitter, Eckelmeyer, who is already 2 for 2 today with 2 singles against Matt Long. So Long in some trouble here with runners on second and third. And he will pitch from the windup. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. 10-1 lead for the Firebirds. They came into this one 2-2. Trying to get their 3rd win of the season. They won their last game against Chichester 17-7 in a mercy rule through 6 innings. The 0-1 pitch from Matt Long is low. It's 1-1. With 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Long delivers his pitch that is also a ball. It's now 2-1. Grandrielli on third for the Kaolites. Koya on second. Facing Matt Long with 1 out. And the pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground over to the shortstop, Mcdermott. Weird hop. He'll field and throw on to first in time. A run does score, so an RBI for Eckelmeyer. That will bring home Chernowski from third. Also moving up to third is Koya. And it's now a 10-2 lead for the Firebirds. Second run given up by Matt Long. His first run given up all year that hasn't been in the first inning. First pitch to Tarpley is a ball. It's 1-0. Tarpley today is 1 for 2 with a double and a ground out. He hits this one on the ground over to the second baseman, Goldenbaum, who has to run in quickly, but in time to score the putout 4-3. So Roman does score a run in the inning. They get 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error. Also made in the inning by the Firebirds. They also leave 1 runner on base. We've played 5.5. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 10-2 lead for the Firebirds. Welcome back here. So Liam Parsons is on first base with a walk. Looks like they're discussing something on the mound. It's a 10-2 lead for the Firebirds here in the bottom of the sixth. Again, stay tuned for the postgame show. So they're going to take out Gran Reale. So Gran Reale is taken out of this game. Look like the Roman coach will make a double switch here as Parsons over at first base. We'll see who the new pitcher is in this 10-2 lead for the Firebirds when we come back. Welcome back here. A new pitcher for Roman is Tommy Rippert. As we get started, well, not get started, we continue the bottom of the sixth inning. Liam Parsons is on first base. And Jack McDermott is about to step into the batter's box. Jack today is 1 for 2. He has a ground out, most importantly the double, and also a walk today. He'll go up here and face Rippert. So I'm not quite sure why Gran Reale was taken out of this game. Would imagine that Gran Reale was hurt because they're going to give Rippert as many warm-up pitches as he would like. Here in the bottom of the sixth, 10-1 lead for the Firebirds. In this one, 10-2 lead, my bad. 10-2 lead for the Firebirds in this one. Here in the bottom of the sixth, it's a windy and cold Friday afternoon is all I could tell you. If you're not here, well, consider yourself somewhat lucky because it is cold. Well, you missed a good one. The Firebirds have played well today. Next game will be tomorrow against Father Judge. That game will begin at 12 o'clock. Unfortunately, we will not have the coverage for that game tomorrow. Instead, there will be Holy Ghost Prep Lacrosse taking on Council Rock North tomorrow at 12:15. Council Rock North, once again, from what I heard, is pretty good in lacrosse, so it should be a competitive game tomorrow. And we'll have that one for you right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for great athletic content, academic content, and just keep up with what's going on campus. David Chapansky with you here as we continue the bottom of the sixth with Rippert doing the pitching for the Kaolites. Runner on first is Liam Parsons, nobody out. Batter at the dish is Jack McDermott. Again, stay tuned for a post-game live after this, along with a player interview. Ball swung on, hit in the air, deep to right field. It's deep, back at the track at the wall, and that baby is gone. 2-run home run for Jack McDermott, and that should do it. It's a 12-2 lead for the Firebirds, and that will be, I believe, the mercy rule, but that ball was crushed. K-I-L-T, kilt. And that ball was demolished by Jack McDermott. Right off the bat, you knew it was going to be a hit, but it was just about how far it went. And McDermott ends this game on a walk-off 2-run home run. So stay tuned for the post-game live and the player interview, as we'll be back for more after this. Firebirds win this one 12-2. Stay tuned. All right, so all right, so David Shapansky here with Reese Accord. So Reese, a couple questions for you real quick. So you had that home run today. Take me through that home run at bat, 2-run shot.
I'm thinking opposite field. It's staying back, trying to drive it oppo. Just not trying to do too much, Just get the run in and trying to put some runs on the board.
The team is loving it. They really are. So 12-2, back-to-back mercy rules, and the pitching has played actually a pretty big part in it. Yeah, 7 runs the other day, but 2 runs here today. Talk a little bit about how it feels to play behind Matt, who's done a really good job pitching this season.
Pounding the zone. I know it's coming. It's coming in the zone. It's great pitching. No walks. That's a key part, So yeah.
All right, last question. So what are you guys looking forward to? It's all right. What are you guys looking forward to this season and, trying to finish out the year 3-2? It's a good start. And what's the approach going into tomorrow's game against Father Judge and Tuesday against Devon?
Swing the bats, throw strikes, and put runs up. That's it, and win.
All right, most importantly, win. Reese Accord, thank you. And we'll be right back here on the post-game show. All right, well, welcome here to the post-game show. Firebirds win this one by a final score of 12-2. David Shapansky with you here again. This is going to be broken up into 2 parts. The first part, we'll have the pregame show along with the first inning or 2, and this part, of course, showing you the last couple innings. Firebirds mercy rule back-to-back opponents. They mercy ruled Chichester the other day 17-7. They mercy ruled Roman Catholic by a final score of 12-2. Player of the game is Reese Accord with a home run, a 2-run shot. Also with what was a triple shy of the cycle, was 3 for 3 with a single, a double, and a home run. Jack McDermott also had a really good day today with a double and a walk-off 2-run home run as well. And Firebirds got good pitching from Matt Long, who went the full 6 innings, only giving up 2 runs against Roman Catholic. Roman falls to a record of 1-4. Holy Ghost improves their record to 3-2 with a 3-1 record at home. Back-to-back wins for the Firebirds, back-to-back mercy rule wins. The game tomorrow will be against Father Judge. We do not have the coverage for that game. Instead, 12:15 will begin the lacrosse game tomorrow. Holy Ghost Prep Lacrosse taking on Council Rock North. Next game that we'll have televised for you here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel will be on Tuesday against Devon Prep. That game begins at 4. Stay tuned for pregame. Stay tuned for pregame live, which will begin at around 3:50, 3:55 on Tuesday against Devon. And that's pretty much it for this one. Firebirds win this one by a final score of 12-2. They played 6 innings today, a walk-off home run by Jack McDermott to give the Firebirds the mercy rule win. I'm David Shapansky. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for much more content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay safe, have a good night, and let's go Firebirds.